Okay. Good evening, everybody. This is Anthony Stewart, Food for Thought, and we are doing a summary of 30 days of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, where I consumed nothing but beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Yeah, 30 days. Now we're going to talk about it. And see what happens. First things first, I would like to thank you all for joining me, and welcome to the new people. I believe I'm trying to question everything they said ever, and we're gonna find out together. And I'm trying to find to keep it layman, to avoid all the noise and the sciencey stuff, to try and break it down for people to understand and maybe simplify things, get back to basics and the such. I have been doing a 30-day diet of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Only that, nothing but that, aside from maybe a little coffee and the odd garlic seasoning, just to break up the monotony. And we will start with the weight. Now, what would you expect? I had no limits. I did not count anything. I ate instinctively, intuitively, and ate as much as I wanted, when I wanted. Didn't really think about any kind of fasting regimen or any kind of whatever I felt like eating. I just ate it. If it was beef, butter, bacon, or eggs, I ate it. That included bone broth and liver from time to time, and salt. That's it. No supplements. No vitamins. No minerals. That was it for 30 days. Now what happened? Now when we weighed ourselves, when this started, I weighed 175 pounds. And after consuming, 30 times about 3, about 90 pounds of meat, I weigh 175. Who'd have thought? Not only did I not gain weight, but I also got a little leaner. So I'm 46 years old. I've never had my abs show in my life, and now I have a six pack. It's pretty fascinating, and the obliques are starting to come in too on the side, and no love handles. They're gone. I have basically shrunk in with no decrease in body weight or no real increase either. My weight fluctuated from 175 to 170 almost on the daily. So what does that mean? Fat doesn't make you fat. It's pretty simple. Now, I am fat adapted. I believe I am pretty insulin sensitive, so these things come into play. I tested my blood sugar almost every single day, and it was really normal. Anywhere from 85 to 92, all the way up to about 105, depending on my activity level, which is the reason my blood sugar would go up would be gluconeogenesis, the liver making glucose for my body. I did not consume one shred of carbohydrate, except for a glucose tolerance test that I did about halfway through 15 days, 16 days in, where I had 1 tablespoon of honey. And my blood sugar went up to 143 and came down in less than an hour to 83. So that shows I am insulin sensitive. I am not losing muscle. My blood sugar is normal. Now my energy has been fantastic, whether I've been working or not working. I've been getting 10,000 steps a day minimum, plus when I'm at work, it's up to 30,000 steps a day. My workouts have been moderately light, nothing too heavy, just movement and push-ups, chin-ups. Did deadlifts a couple times this month just to keep sort of my strength up. Worked a lot, lifted some heavy stuff at work, but for the most part, was just living. I have been taking cold showers every day. I have been sleeping incredibly well, which is the one thing that I've noticed the biggest factor of this no plant, and I can only imagine if I cut out coffee, which I might do actually, my sleep has been amazing. I lie down, my head hits the pillow. In about less than 5 minutes, I'm out like a light, and then I'm up about 6 to 7 hours later. So I'm finding I'm not sleeping 8 hours, but I'm not tired when I wake up. I'm bright-eyed, wide awake, and good to go. I have been paying attention to some circadian rhythm stuff, which means I've been trying to keep the lights low, and after 9, 10 o'clock, no lights like that. Keeping my salt lamps on. You can sort of see it in the background there, salt lamp, and keeping light lowly lit, kind of resembling, I guess, firelight. And then when I wake up in the morning, I flick on every light and get light, and then try and get outside as fast as I can to get some sunshine. I have drank nothing but coffee and water and some mineral water. And I gotta tell you, I'm definitely not only am I not surprised about my body weight, but it's kind of what I theorized. I felt like I was going to lose some body fat, or loss in body fat percentage anyway. So with the weight stayed the same and I've noticed I'm leaner, that means there would have been some lean muscle mass or some lean tissue, whether it was bone, muscle, I don't know. I also donated blood. First time I've ever done that, and I thought it'd be a good idea just to keep my iron in check. Now you might be wondering if there's too much iron there. When I went for my blood donation, they checked my hemoglobin, and I quote, she said it was perfect. Now, if this was a problem or problematic in that respect, now I'm not saying everybody's going to have the same levels that I did, but it shows that there probably is some natural mechanisms going on here where everything is in natural order and it's regulating. So I am feeling amazing. Every day I wake up and I'm excited to be awake. I'm never hungry. I'm never full. And not to mention, what do you think happened on day one of not being on beef, butter, bacon, and eggs? I was not chomping at the bit to eat anything. You know what I had? 2.5 pounds of steak and butter. Yeah. I believe I've tapped into some natural signals that have completely taken away like the cravings for sugar, for processed food. I'm not craving it at all. When I get sort of hungry, I want to eat my meat, and I eat it until I'm full, or till I'm done, really. I'm not really full. And I think those are positives. So physically, I have no problem working a 16-hour day. I have no problem going for a workout, going for, like pushing myself a little bit. So what do we take away from this? Well, not only can you function quite normally, but I believe, like with the inclusion of the bone broth and the liver, I actually cut back on liver because I was eating it every day, and I've been taking it like once every couple days or every 3 days. I've been taking an ounce of liver, and I've noticed like this is like it's crazy. Like my concentration is good, my mental clarity is good. It's been a little bit stressful with some stuff that's been going on in my life, so I've it's you get testy. That's completely normal. Life happens, and we all have to battle with that. But I mean, I can't say that I'm riding high on an adrenal gland burnout or anything. It's too bad I couldn't get my full blood work done with my cholesterol and all my lipids, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty much the same. I've got a great HDL, super high. I've got a low triglyceride, and then my LDL fluctuates a little high, but I'm in the belief that I'm all the other markers are good. So my liver enzymes, my AST, ALT, GGT, all liver function, they seem to be pretty good. Last time I got my blood work done, so my hemoglobin A1C was really good, which is the average blood the average glucose in your blood over the last 3 months. And I mean, I'm testing my blood sugar all the time, so I'm not worried about that at all. And the thing that is amazing is this constant, steady energy. No crashing, no irritable hunger where, there's like, if there was days where I was at work and I couldn't access food because I was working, and it would have been wasting my, like, just an inconvenience. I just powered through it and then ate when I was ready. So I didn't have any fasting protocols. I basically, if it was going to be a long day at work, I ate breakfast. Then I brought food to work. Then I found myself just naturally falling into the fasting pattern of eating anytime afternoon or one meal a day at around 5, 6, 7 o'clock. And it's whether I have one meal, 2 meals, 3 meals, my weight has been that way. So, I want people to understand that, we measure things so specifically, and I don't believe we have to. I mean, if you want to get a baseline or a ballpark, it's one thing. But I think when you tap into the natural occurring hormonal function, all these things tend to back off a little bit. And it doesn't matter about the calories. I mean, it probably does. But we know the calories, a measurement of heat. It's not actually energy in your body. It doesn't account for what your body does metabolically with that calorie. So realistically, today I had about 2.5 pounds of red meat, of steak, and probably about 75% fat to that protein, which still ended up being, I would say arguably about around 2,000, a little bit more calories. So whether my resting metabolic rate is this or my resting metabolic rate is that, I did not do any significant changes except for get fucking shredded. That's fucking amazing. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Beef tallow, liver, and bone broth. So, am I excited to have other things? Yes. I had some cheese today for the first time, which was delicious. But it's not like I'm craving any kind of stupid things, or I'm not looking to go get, wasted, or go have a Dairy Queen or anything like that. It's been completely, it got easier. And yeah, I was like, started sort of a carnivore diet around May, and then kind of incorporated a little bit more like fatty fruit, like avocados and olives, and some sauerkraut and some arugula from time to time. But I don't know if I'm gonna bring it back. Excuse me, maybe to add a little variety. I might once in a while, a little bit like maybe an arugula salad, just to, have a different taste in my mouth. But am I craving it? No. And I would argue to say that the way I'm feeling, there is no way I'm nutrient deficient. I'm drinking mineral water for my electrolytes, probably getting enough potassium and magnesium. I still might add magnesium back, because you never know with nowadays with our food supply. That's a whole other topic. But I'm glad I did it. And if I had some kind of condition that I was trying to fix, it would be easier from now on. So if it was like a full 90-day beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge, I would have no problem doing it. And, I think the way I was able to do this is, A, I love meat. B, I've always loved meat. And C, I'm metabolically flexible in the sense that my body is used to not having carbohydrate for energy. And D, fat adapted, where fat is a useful energy to me. So that probably has a lot to do with it. Now, I'm amazed. Now, I had a little bit of distress gastrically, so to speak, some loose movements. but it quickly resolved, and now I'm back to complete normal function without fiber. So I'm throwing my hands up, you know? Was it a success? I do believe it was. I did not have to count calories. I did not count my macros. I was conscious about the energy of the fat going in my body. If I needed something, I added fat. I did drink coffee. I'm only human, after all. But I actually am thinking about not drinking coffee, which is really weird because I think it might be holding me back, which is, I can't describe that feeling, but that's what the way it is. It's 100% fascination. Now, I would recommend it. Try it out. Nutrient wise, you're getting everything. You're getting all your B vitamins. You're getting all your fat soluble vitamins. Sorry, I did supplement vitamin D, but I do believe there's a place for it in the wintertime when we don't have sunshine, and that's a whole other topic. We've talked about it. You can find out my vitamin D talk earlier this year. So, but all my fat soluble vitamins were I was getting through my food. Now vitamin C is that big. What's going on with vitamin C? Well, there is trace amounts in liver, and I guess when you're not eating a bunch of junk and sugar, your requirement for vitamin C probably changes a little bit. Now, we all know I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I am studying to be a nutritionist, so this stuff does come. I'm fairly comfortable in the space, but I appreciate the fact that I did it. I think it showed a little discipline, in the sense that it is boring. There is not a lot of excitement, except for the fact that I was loving my food. I really enjoyed it, but there was no short-term immediate gratification by any stretch. It was nourishment. It felt good, and I'm gonna go with that. So I'm gonna continue my cold showers every day. I'm gonna continue to get 10,000 steps every day. I'm gonna figure out what challenge is next. I'm gonna do something for 30 days, but I'm just waiting for my Nordic curl strap to come. And a Nordic curl is a hamstring curl that you lie on a bench, and then you kick up with your hamstrings. Extremely difficult, and I think I'm gonna work on doing those. And yeah, I'm gonna try to incorporate something back into my diet. I believe it'll probably start with cheese. I'm gonna continue beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, but I'm gonna broaden it. I'm gonna eat some seafood. I think, I could use some salmon. I love wild sockeye salmon, sashimi, and I think I'll get eat some prawns, maybe some oysters, some mussels. I like that stuff, so I don't really see any harm. But I'm gonna continue to base my diet around beef and butter, pork once in a while, and eggs. As good pasture raised as possible if you can get it. It's good. Yes, I just believe that I believe everything should be eating a species appropriate diet, and now that is up for a huge debate. And don't listen to the dogma. There's people out there preaching stuff that, take a look at people who are saying, would you listen to a fat fitness trainer that's trying to tell you how to get in shape? That's just, let's look at it like that. And these people that are based on nutrition, you want them to be leading by example. So I'm just saying, all the guys that I'm listening to they look great. They look like athletes. Whether they're real athletes or not, they look like they are in shape. So, in shape, healthy, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm not going to take it too long. I just wanted to give everybody an update. I am done with beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for now, but I will continue to eat them and continue to include them. And please smash that thumbs up button. That helps me. And share it to somebody that might be interested in this stuff. If you want to get a hold of me and have a conversation about my philosophies, my opinions, and my spin on this whole nutrition wellness space, It's a little bit wacky. It's a little bit crazy, but that's okay, because that's what makes us individuals. And I'm here to help. I can help you put your puzzle together and find out. I'm not necessarily one. I am biased, but I believe everybody's got a right to choose and just to know the facts on all the sides. And then whichever way you decide, make it a whole food approach. That's paramount. Cut the seed oils. No vegetable oils, guys. They're poison. They're horrible, and they're everywhere. They make your fat sick. Sick fat is worse than fat. So you want metabolically healthy fat. That's what we want. So fat's not so bad. It's your friend. Vegetable oils don't do anything well. Try and cut out that added sugar. Carbohydrates are sugar. I'm going to talk about some gut and digestion stuff in future days here. Probably I got to go to work tomorrow on the island, so I'll maybe do a blast on the ferry. But yeah, stay strong, everybody. Thanks for all your time, and we will see you very soon. And also, if you got to eat, you can't get fresh liver, and you want to get liver in your diet, use Higher Health's Canadian from Leduc, grass-fed, grass-finished liver, freeze-dried. It's the real deal. A little bit once in a while will do you wonders. All right, guys, have a great day, great evening, and we'll see you soon.